Well, here's going to be a topic that's going to be uncomfortable for some people, and that's abortion. I, for one, am not uncomfortable about talking about it. Apparently, there's going to be a October surprise where Gloria Allred, that ambulance chasing attorney, she, from what I understand, is going to be an October surprise with a 25-year-old story that they tried to get out last year, and it just fizzled and didn't go anywhere, where Mitt Romney, as the bishop of his church, counseled a gal who was fixing to have an abortion and, tried to talk her out of it. Big deal, right? But that just kind of brings this whole abortion topic. And my stance is I'm pro-life with the exception of rape, incest, and imminent harm to the mother. And I believe this is also the same position that Mitt Romney takes. Why do I feel that way? Well, science has told us that these bacteria is a life form. Single cell amoebas are a life form. So why would a baby not be a life? I mean, at a certain point, the technology that we have now is able to detect heartbeats, brain waves. The unborn child responds to certain stimulus. It certainly can be influenced by what if the mother does drugs or alcohol, that affects it. If it's dead, how would it affect it? But it does because it's alive. They've done surgery on unborn babies. Why? What are you performing surgery on? If it's dead, if it's not alive until it's born, why do we need to do surgery on it? So, you compare, Romney's position on abortion, which is limited to rape, incest, imminent harm to the mother, as compared to President Obama's. Don't take my word on this. Go look it up. President Obama actually was against and voted against legislation that if a baby was born, even after a botched abortion, he was in favor of denying the born child medical care to save its life. Okay? They try to abort it. Now think about that. How late term is that when you try to abort a baby that can be born alive? Think about that. Mitt Romney, rape, incest, imminent harm to the mother. And as opposed to basically a drive-through abortion clinic like Obama wants, that you can deny any medical care to a baby that was born even from a botched abortion. Now, I mean, and I've got 2 daughters, okay? I can tell you that's a child. Okay, that is a human being. We have animals that take care of their eggs, their unborn hatchlings. I mean, we got alligators protect their eggs better than some mothers do their own unborn children. What the hell is up with that? Now think about that for a minute. But, you may not totally agree with Mitt Romney on his stance, but do you agree with, some common sense limits? Or do you believe more so Obama that you can deny medical care to a baby that's born from a botched abortion? Which is closer to who you are? I mean, what the hell is wrong with humanity that we would do something like that? But let's step back and look at what abortion's about. Everybody wants to say her body, her choice. But let me ask you something. When a woman consents to a sex act, is that not where she exercised her choice? Does a woman not know that even if you're using contraceptives, even government paid for contraceptives, that a pregnancy can still happen? We know this, okay? And that's when a woman exercises her choice. When she exercises that choice and she becomes pregnant, that is a consequence of the choice. Now, an abortion from the choice of having sexual intercourse, that is a cover-up from the consequences of her choice. Okay? That is how it works. It's not a woman shouldn't have the right to kill a baby when she exercised her choice. I just fail to understand the logic. I don't know how you can even debate this with me. The facts are what the facts are. I don't give a damn that it's your body. You know what? A baby is just as vulnerable in the womb as it is outside of the womb. You know why? The baby in the womb without the mother will die. A baby that's born without an adult interaction will die. That's a fact. The baby's just as vulnerable. You know, oh what? You decided to force taxpayers to pay for your contraceptives, and then when they fail, because, well, you choose to have sex, and then when they fail, then you want the taxpayers to pay for your abortion. I mean, am I getting this right? It doesn't make sense. You know, why? I mean, that's not choice. I don't see where that's a choice. I really don't. How can you call accepting responsibility? I mean, that shouldn't be a choice. That should be a given. What are we expecting out of our daughters? How are we raising them to be monsters like this? To think this way? It just, I'm befuddled. I know some people will say this is a touchy subject. It really isn't. This is just moral decency. And I find it just repugnant that a woman would terminate her pregnancy because she's mad at her boyfriend, or she doesn't want stretch marks, or she's not done with school, or it's not going to advance her career. You know, and these are the majority of the reasons that people get abortions, to cover up things, to hide things, not because of rape, not because of incest, not because of medical problems that'll kill the mother. So what we're talking about, I mean, why is it that women don't want the responsibility? Why isn't it they don't want to step up? I mean, what are they afraid of? Were they not raised properly? I don't get this. Somebody, I hope you spread this video around, because I'll debate anyone, anywhere, any place, anytime on this. Period. And don't give me this crap, oh, you don't have a uterus, you don't have ovaries, you don't have a vagina, you don't have a clitoris, you don't understand. That's the dumbest argument I've ever heard. It's absolutely asinine. Because if that is what you're going to say, if that is your qualifier to be part of the debate, well then, geez, have you ever been president? No? Really? Then shut the hell up about the president. You ever been a congressman or a senator? No? Really? Then shut the hell up about that. You've been a cop? You've been a firefighter? Been an airline pilot? Been a doctor? No? Really? You haven't been any of those? Then shut the hell up. You can't have opinions on that. Have you ever been a man? Well, I can say my ex-wife has. But have you ever been a man? Oh, no? Then shut up about men. See? That's how dumb your argument is. You try to chop someone off at the knees by saying that. It doesn't work. So if you got something, you want to have an intelligent debate, bring it. Let's have that discussion. You tell me how science can call single-cell amoebas a life form, but a cell that is rapidly dividing, that has all the, you know what's interesting is the DNA that's contained in that cell, when the sperm and the egg meet and they divide, all the DNA that is there is the exact same DNA as when the person's an adult. It's the same stuff. So think about that. Think about Obama's position on abortion, where he wants to basically, it's infanticide. He wants to allow babies that are born, even from a botched abortion, that's a tongue twister, botched abortion, to die. Just leave it on the table and let it die. And there are stories out there like that. So, that approach versus Mitt Romney, who says he's pro-life with the exceptions of rape, incest, imminent harm to the mother. That's where the woman's choice is taken from her. Rape and incest, you're taking the choice because she didn't consent to carry that pregnancy. And if a woman's life is in danger, it's a life for a life, and only the wife and the husband and maybe the pastor, only they really have the right to talk about it and make a decision. So anyway, something to consider. Pass it along, and like I said, that just kind of jumped out at me with this October surprise coming up from Gloria Allred. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. God bless America.